Hi everybody, my name is Ment Morris. Welcome to my new mini lesson series on country pentatonics. This lesson series is going to be broken into 3 parts. We're going to be covering basic pentatonic scales, working vertically across the neck, using common country embellishments that give it that kind of country major blues sound. Now, if you would like to follow along with some of the examples I cover, as well as all the scales and their embellishments, please check out the link in the description below. I'll have the PDFs for each section all tabbed out, as well in standard notation with the correct fingerings. And you can find that again in the description below. Also, I'd like to say that if you're interested in this style of country guitar that's kind of dancing around the sounds of Roy Nichols, Don Rich, James Burton, Albert Lee, I would highly recommend checking out my James Burton course. It's going to be an upsell if you get this PDF packet that we'll cover for the next 3 lessons here. So check that out, get them together and get a little discount, and I think it will really benefit in the things that are adjacent to these lessons. So in this first lesson, we're just going to be covering the basic major pentatonic scale and the flat 3rd and flat 7th embellishments. So if you're following along on the PDF, we're going to be in the key of E. And we're just going to work up vertically across 3 different sections of the neck. So we're first going to start with E here. We'll go E, F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp, E. That's going to be our first section. So in numbers, that's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. Okay? The next one is going to start here. We have E, F sharp, shift up to G sharp, B, C sharp, E. And then again in numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. Now also take note of the way I'm fingering this. If you can try and copy that, that'll be really helpful down the line with keeping your fingers in position. And then we're going to switch and we have our first finger and we'll go E, F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp, E up top at the octave. And then right back we'll have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. And then right back down. So those are our basics. So what I would do, just to get familiar with it, play it around. Don't play it all in order, just make some different ideas up. All right, so vary up the rhythm, try different ways of moving through the positions and connecting them. That's going to be the first kind of practice advice I would give. Your next part is going to be adding in the flat 3rd. So the way this typically happens in the phrasing, and this is what's really important to get the sound, is that the flat 3rd replaces the 2 when we're playing this. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, we're going to play 1 flat 3rd, which is the G 3rd. There's always an approach up to the major 3rd. So it's flat to natural, right? So we'll go. It's already sounding a little bit more musical. All right, so let's put that to work. Right? Then let's add back in the major 2nd. Now, as I was saying in the kind of introduction of this, James Burton uses all of this, and he's really the kind of the foundational player for all of this. So I'd really recommend checking out that course. But what he would always do is when he would ascend, he would go flat third to major third. And when he would descend, he would go flat third to second, and then that would come back to the 1. Always, like 99% of the time. So that's a really good rule to have. And again, if you get the course, I go into that way more. But if we use that idea here, we might have something. Right? I went down. Another kind of same thing, a little slower. All right, let's do some more. Right, I just connected them there. Jumped ahead a little bit there. So you can already kind of see, that's a lot of great sounds just with those two ideas. Now I did kind of allude to it. We're going to add in the flat 7th now. So that's going to be in the key of E or D, right? So if we just take the regular pentatonics and then add in the flat 7, we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Just a half step up, then 1. E, F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp, D, E. E, F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp, D, E. So just, again, working with that. Okay, and I typically phrase with 3 fingers. So a lot of the D to C sharp is going to be a type of slide, right? So either sliding up into it or sliding down into it. Just part of the phrasing for me. It helps when you only do it with 3 fingers instead of picking it. Okay, so now if we kind of blend those 3 things together, if we add in all those notes, you know, we have, right? So I hit all the kind of notes there with the phrases, right? Open, flat third, major third, and then up to the flat 7, and then I want to resolve back down to the 1. I'm going to do that flat third, 2, 1, right? And this isn't written down, I'm just kind of showing you how these sounds work. And then, okay, and then back down. All right, so now if we look at the phrasing, I wrote out a little example that will just help you working on those 3 fingering as well as using the slide. So this is going to combine the flat third to major third, the flat third to the second, and use the flat 7 across all 3 positions. So I'll play that for you and then we can break it down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little slower. 3, 4. Okay, so break down bar by bar. We've got the flat third to major third here. So slide in, and then we're going to do flat 7 down to the 5. Slide down. So that's. Now in the second bar, we've got the flat third down, and then flat third up. So we have. Now we're going to go flat 7 down, flat 7 up, okay, and then we're going to go flat third up, and flat 7 down, and up to your octave. So you have slowly. And it's creating a lot of motion doing that, going up and down, which makes the line interesting. Another way of kind of conceptualizing this and working into your playing is think of these things in groups of three, right? 3 fingers, 3 notes at a time, right? You're always doing a movement that's going 1, 2, 3. Then the next group of 3 begins, or a segue begins. 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, right? These are groups of 3 movements. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you're off. So I would recommend just working through that example, go back and really try and identify where those notes are and just take it into your other keys. And the licks kind of start playing themselves when you kind of start looking at these basic ingredients to it. A lot of this great classic country guitar is based off these ideas. So I'll play you something out, and then I'll see you soon with the next 2 videos here.